GDI, God damn it. How important is it for us to get a message like this into the movement of high visibility? It becomes a viral message. I say violence is as strong as the virus in the pandemic. We had a pandemic and billions of dollars were invested to stop something you couldn't see. And people were changing the culture, how we communicate, how we go out in the public, what we were going to do and what we're not going to do. But how can we take this movement and get it to the level where it is as significant so that we can eradicate the violence like we seek to eradicate the virus?
I say a lot of times I'll see in recent times, or just in all times, when people try to exact change, they try to start with the kids, right? But we have to remember that the kids are watching the adults, the young adults, you know. So I feel like we have to start bridging the gap and bringing everybody together to exact change. So if you're going to do programs or anything like that that is going to affect the kids, the older people need to be there as well so the example can be set together. I feel like there's too big of a disconnect between the millennials, the Gen Z, and then the boomers. You know, like I feel like everybody has their own thought process, but I feel like we all see the same things. We all want the same things to
share
change.
one earth. Like we are sharing the same experience. We go to the same places. You know, we all have to operate under the same rules. So why would we separate how we interact with one another when we all gotta apply to the same rules?
You know, our learning process.
It starts with unity first. Yeah.
Unity.
Also on that, I feel like if we have community engagement events to where, and if you base it upon the GDI movements, the what you want people to start doing and what you want people to stop doing. So if you'll be able to bridge the gap and bring the older generation in with the younger generation and make it where it's a celebration as well as an education.
How do we do that? Because right now, it's not like events aren't being thrown already in the central Arkansas area. The problem is that the people that are hosting events, either it's young people hosting an event, and now it's events circulated around younger people, so older people feel out of place, or they don't even know, or it's an event hosted by older people, and younger people don't even know that it's going on until they drive by and see it. And that's where the disconnect comes again, because an older generation, to get the word out, they're either calling people that they know or they're putting up flyers. Younger people we're not really using flyers anymore. It's a more social media based interaction. So if those older people had someone younger to manage their social media for them actively, like every day, everybody's on their phone constantly all day. Everyone has their notifications on. So if you have someone younger managing it actively, you know, like earnestly, like actually being on it as if it was their social media platform, then I feel like now we have a reason why we're checking out this page. We're seeing what they're posting on their story. We're seeing what events they have. Let's do it. Let's get these pillars in our neighborhoods, the churches, the schools, the small independently owned businesses, and let's connect those to the community. Churches already have the connection to the communities. We just need to make sure that it's just more than one day a week, you know?
Well, you all are speaking the truth. Go ahead.
Also, like he said, we need to get everybody that's based in our communities need to be more engaged in our communities. I feel like back in the day as a kid, you know, I used to know the mailman, I used to know the firefighter that would come.
You talking about back in the day. Keep talking, man. You don't know nothing about what you mean back in the day.
Back in the day.
All right.
Back in that day.
All right.
We used to know.
What about just a few?
About 2005.
Yeah.
Exactly. About
So
2000.
you putting dates on us, man. I'm 60s boy. All right, back in the day. Keep talking.
The engagement, man, for real. It was just like we knew who was in our communities. We knew who was engaged in our communities because they were more involved and they were more intentful about letting us know who they were. You
More
know?
meaningful interaction. Like we knew our neighbors. We could walk up and down the street and know our neighbors.
So that's why you didn't go downtown.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. and the
You-
fact
I
that we
mean, you-
needed to be taken downtown.
Yeah.
We were kids.
But
Wow.
but definitely though, you felt more community based. You know, it didn't feel scary because you felt that you knew the community.
But
know?
Chicago is amazing. Like we have one of the largest beaches in America. We have it's the third biggest city in America in terms of population. So why weren't we being exposed to all that downtown had to offer? And a lot of that has to do with people not feeling welcome in those spaces. When we got older and we started to go downtown, we also didn't feel welcome in those spaces.
The culture is so important, and we've got to transform the culture. This dysfunction, this hate, this violence, it's got to cease and dismiss.